Hey there everyone, how's it going? It's Douglas here at Drownblade Productions, bringing you another Screaming Ghostface Collectors video. And today we have a couple of new exciting additions to the collection, which you already know what they are because you've seen it in the title and thumbnail. That's right, we have some more metallic Ghostface masks. And though a metallic mask is what got me interested in Scream in the first place, my collection has always been kind of lacking on metallic pieces. But in the past year or so, I've done what I can to try and pick up some of these old metallic masks, try to complete some sets, stuff like that. And today we have some very awesome additions. And all of today's additions were picked up through eBay. I have had many people ask me, Douglas, where do you get all these old Screaming Ghostface masks without overpaying? And the main place is through eBay. Some stuff also is through like the Screaming Ghostface collectors groups on Facebook. There's several different groups there, so you might check those out because people often post things up for sale or trade. So that's a really good place to look, but all of these came from eBay. First up, we have what I guess is the least cool out of the entire lot. We have a standard blue EU metallic. This is from the very first run of metallic Ghostface masks. They did the EU style in 4 different colors: blue, purple, green, and red. And I actually did already have a blue previously, but a fellow collector by the name of Dylan Cloud had asked me many times to purchase my old blue EU, and I told him if I could find a tag copy or a better copy or something like that, that I would totally hook him up, and we already had a price in mind. Then this one popped up for super cheap. I sent it over to Dylan hoping he could grab it, but he was asleep. I went ahead and grabbed it and let him get my other copy for what I paid for this one. And I gotta say, this one is in a little bit better condition. The other one had no shroud issues, but there was a little bit of blue paint scraped off around the eyes, and this one's pretty much like perfect. No damage to the shroud. Really, it's got a great shape to it still, and no damage to the mask itself. And by selling the blue metallic EU to Dylan, I helped him complete his full set of metallic EUs, which I'm super happy about. And I'm a step closer to getting mine done because check out these 2 scores. I grabbed both of these items in a lot that were listed up for sale. A collector overseas posted up a lot of really rare old school masks, and this is what I grabbed from them. They had a lot of really cool stuff, but I had already purchased some other things. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna go after these. First up, we have a tagged green EU metallic. So I do already have a tagged red, and unfortunately the blue is not tagged, but I now have a tagged green, so that's another tagged one to have. And overall, I do like the green, but it is a bit dark. Obviously, it was a little bit later before they started going for like the really light green colors that look great on metallics. But some of these earlier greens were like really dark. This guy does have the original sticker on it as well. It said it was sold from a Savers Value Village for $5.99. Let's just say I paid quite a bit more than $5.99 for it, but still a lot cheaper than what these are going for modern day. Manufacturing date on the back is April to June 2011, and I guess let's go ahead and move on to the last mask for today's video. The manufacturing date on the tag is April to June 2011, and with the addition of this mask, I now have a red, a blue, though untagged, a green tagged, and all I need is a purple to complete my full EU metallic set. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the last piece in today's video. We have yet another metallic Ghostface. This one is a purple, but unfortunately, this is not the purple EU that I need to complete my set. This is a different mold EU stamp entirely. This is what we call the raised stamp because if you look on the chin, the stamp is raised up instead of being carved into the chin as it usually is. I'll give you all some close-ups so you can better tell what I'm talking about, but it is worth noting these are not the same EU molds as the others. This is an entirely different sculpt. While the raised stamp EU is not my favorite mold variant, it is still a really nicely shaped mask, and one of my favorite little details, I guess, about the features on these is the very narrow but kind of long nose. And the manufacturing date on the tag for this one is January to March 2012. So after they got done doing the first run of the original EU mold, they switched over to this one. I'm not necessarily sure why they did. I do definitely like the normal EU mold a little bit better than this, but I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below, which do you guys prefer? Just to try and give you a decent idea of some of the differences here, here's a nice little side-by-side. The tags are pretty much identical. There's no real difference between them. and I believe they were both sold at the same Savers. So kind of interesting. I wonder if the original owner went to that Savers one year and bought one, and then went the next year and bought the other. Or maybe they found some new old stock online or somewhere else, I don't know. Either way, I'm really happy to be one step closer to completing my standard EU metallic mold set, and now I've got another mask for another set, and I do believe I already have a green from this set, so I'll have to keep an eye out for the ever-elusive red, and of course the blue one. Alright guys, and with that being said, I guess there's really nothing left to do but give you guys some nice close-ups of these masks. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and all the other videos we put out so far this season. I love you all, thank you for watching, and see you next time.